Good morning and welcome to 755 Live. It's about 5 minutes of what Jesus said. And I would really like to encourage you to check out the weekday Bible plan at bible.today.church. You'll find a different command of Jesus every weekday there with the soundbite version that just kind of helps us to understand and put into practice the things that Jesus said. Some other resources there as well to help us read the Bible together. Jesus said, "Go make disciples, teaching them to obey all the things that I have commanded you." Today's Jesus said, soundbite version of a command of Jesus is deny yourself daily and follow me. This comes from Matthew 9:23 through 25, and also Matthew 10:38. In Luke 9, Jesus said, then he said to all of them, if anyone wants to become my follower, he must deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me. For whoever wants to save his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake will save it. For what does it benefit a person if he gains the whole world, but loses or forfeits himself? Jesus said, if you want to save your life, lose it. If you lose your life for his sake, you will save it. We must deny ourselves daily and follow him. Matthew 10:38, Jesus said, and whoever does not take up his cross and follow me is not worthy of me. This is not something optional. Taking up our cross daily, denying ourselves and following Jesus is not something that we just get to choose whether or not we do. That is the only way to follow Jesus, to deny ourselves. And we don't use that term, take up your cross, in our culture, but it wasn't uncommon in Jesus' day for a rabbi to tell his students something like, take up your cross. In the Hebrew alphabet, the last letter is Tav, and in the original script, the letter Tav is shaped like a cross. And that symbol is often used meaning truth. And it was, in fact, used to brand cattle and livestock, to declare ownership. So to the first century listener, taking up your cross, spoken by a rabbi, would have brought the imagery of truth, obeying the truth. I'm really amazed at how the first 12 disciples did that. I mean, you think about it from the writings that we have, and as we understand it, just from a very brief encounter with Jesus, they left everything and followed him. They left their job, left their family to follow this rabbi. And it wasn't always just after a miracle. And Jesus didn't use any catchy sales pitches. He didn't make a bunch of promises. In fact, many times he said, "Hey, it's going to be rough. Come on, follow me." But there was just something about being in the presence of Jesus that inspired those disciples to leave behind their old life, deny themselves, take up the truth, and follow Jesus. In our culture, deny yourself doesn't make for a very good Facebook post. It's a lot easier to promote free coffee and donuts than anyone want to die daily? Deny yourself? Take up your cross, your execution stake? No, that's counterculture today, because our society is telling us that who you think you are, what your feelings are, that's your identity. That's just who I am, and you should just accept me the way that I am. But Jesus was telling us that the only way to true life is to deny ourselves. Selfishness is a false identity. It's not who we were created to be. We were created to be in relationship with God, loving him and loving our neighbor as ourself. And we can't do that if we don't deny ourselves and make it all about God and all about loving others. But we can't do what Jesus said through self-discipline. Those first disciples were literally in the presence of Jesus, but Jesus told them that it would be better for us if he went away, because he would send the Holy Spirit as our comforter. And in Galatians 5:23, we're told that part of the Spirit's fruit in our lives is self-control. That sounds a lot like denying ourselves. And we don't have to do that alone. We have supernatural power to take up our cross, the truth of Jesus, deny ourselves, and follow him. Being in the presence of Jesus changes us. Jesus said, deny yourself daily and follow me. How can we put that into practice today?